Alright, I think we are good to go here. Have to make a couple of minor adjustments. Ah. Okay, let's go ahead and hit it. When you had Grok write the Giannis story, did you tell Grok to do the Malacca thing, or did it come up with that on its own?
I told it to do the Malacca
Okay.
thing.
I was going to say, if it did it on its own, that's very impressive. Yeah, great. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what was worse, that or the Frank Vogel uncontested layup, Big Country. I don't know what was worse. Alright, here we go. That was a much bigger pain in the ass than it needed to be.
I'll be here whenever you're ready to get back to it.
Hibbert, where were you at?
Tatum took more free throws than the entire Pacers team. He made as many as all of their attempts combined. Like, if you lose a game where Jason Tatum goes 2 for 8 from 3, Al Horford goes 3 for 12 from 3, Jaylen Brown goes... The only 3 that Jaylen Brown hit the entire game was the game-tying fucking meme. As a team, the Pacers had 21 turnovers. It's unbelievable. Like, this was some of the worst execution. Like, Halliburton was 6 for 14 from 3.
This is the kind of game
Unreal.
that makes Rick Carlisle want to retire and just take a long walk.
Time to burn.
Off a short period, yeah. Like, what a catastrophe.
Burn now. Sloppy. Do it.
Hey, I'll take care of you.
Good time. Now.
I guess it's a team that plays chaotically and they live by it and die by it, so maybe that's just I like the We Believe Warriors team that beat the Mavericks. That was a very sloppy team. They just were able to put it together for that one series, and then they got whipped by Utah. Hey. Yeah, like, I wasn't streaming yet, but me and Snacks were watching Overtime together. And, you know, when they had the lead, they kept jacking up threes early in the shot clock. And then when they were down 2 scores with, like, less than a minute left, then they started taking their time and taking layups. It's like, man, that's like the opposite of what you need to do.
Right. Like, they had all the momentum to seal the deal after Halliburton got fouled on the three-point attempt and he made all 3 of those free throws. Then they locked down and the Celtics didn't score for 2 minutes. All they had to do was take their time and go for a good layup. Because by this point, Al Horford, who's already ancient, is exhausted. And their interior is weak. Take your time, go for the easy layup. You've got it. What did they actually do? 9 seconds into the shot clock, jack up a bad 3. So they just gave the Celtics attempt after attempt after attempt. They literally played as fast as they could just to try to give the lead to the Celtics. All they had to do was just slow it down, eat into that clock, and just take their time and go for a high percentage shot. Go for the mismatch. They didn't have to overcomplicate things. Just take it simple, take it slow, and win the game. All they had to do. And then just like Joker said, when the pressure was on and they were down by 4 with a minute left, that's when they take their time and go for a layup. When the Celtics haven't missed a free throw in a very long time. What?
Very,
I want to say Rick Carlisle's on the take in order to justify that. Like,
Well, I mean, Rick Carlisle can only do so much, right? Like, the players at the end of the day do what they do, and he can't be micromanaging.
it was just ridiculous. Watching that, it drove me nuts.
Like, I'm very confident Phil Jackson never told Kobe to take a shot with all 5 defenders on him at the same time. I barely watched any of the Mariners game. I went to see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, so... I wanna be bad. Boston suck. Okay, am I supposed to use that pad somehow? I think so. Ah!
Gotcha in my sights now, coward.
I fucking did it.
Get him!
Calling fire. Enough. That's that.
Bring it!
Yeah, Texas lost today. Did Houston lose? I know they were losing. Houston came back? Okay. They're going to be a pain in the ass, aren't they?
No escape. Gotcha.
Go
You're
on!
mine. Is that it?
But yeah, I was in the movie theater for the whole Mariners game, so I know it went well. I can't believe if Wu is actually this good, our rotation is so fucking unfair. Wait, what? I mean, they're still below 500. They've got some work to do. They've still got plenty of wins they need to bank before we can say they're back. Yeah, but that limit won't last forever, right? Big Country, eventually we're going to let them go.
With me.
I'm in!
Hell yeah.
Get him! Ha! There! Ha! Let's make it hot!
Need 'em. Not looking good. Come on. I won't
Watch
give up.
Ben Shapiro destroy the toilet at Buffalo Wild Wings with his spicy diarrhea for Israel.
Enough. Let's do this.
Stay strong, okay? Bingo.
No escape. No time to celebrate.
I don't know very much about Michael Knowles, or Knowles, or Knowles, or I don't know how to pronounce that name. I have zero idea, but I don't really know very much about him at all. He's on the Oh, okay. I don't know if anything on the Daily Wire is all that good. I think they purged everybody associated with Daily Wire who was kind of interesting.
Yeah, because anyone who was on Daily Wire was kind of interesting was not Jewish, so that's. I'm sure it was just a coincidence. It was just a coincidence.
Like, even Candace Owens, and I don't even like Candace Owens that much, but they still booted her. They couldn't even handle that. Je ne sais quoi.
This ends here. That's it.
Go on. Ha, there.
Calling fire now.
Here he comes. Okay.
That'll do.
No surprises there.
Like, I think that Candace Owens' heart is in the right place, at least. I'll say that.
Cloud, wait a second. Security is still active, but I should be able to disable it remotely. One
Yeah,
moment.
Austin,
This
that
appears
was
to be a Shimmer training facility.
hell of
One
a gut
several
punch,
in the
man.
region.
Out here in Gungaga? That's news to me.
The official records were curated to remove all mention of them some time ago. They were last used by General Affairs, auditing.
The Turks.
I've created fake IDs for all of you. Now, Shall we see what awaits us inside?
Confirming personnel data. ID
Now, what do we have here?
GAI-224.
Ugh.
Affiliation, General Affairs, Auditing, Subclassification, Turks.
Welcome to the Turks training facility.
Dung.
As you well know, our duties often require that we enter into high-risk situations. Failure is tantamount to death. Even here, act as though your lives are on the line. Without further ado, I'll brief you on your mission. Calm's Bailey has been breached by armed insurgents, allowing hordes of fiends to overrun the town. Though our military is on site, the enemy is utilizing the chaos to establish a foothold. Our mission is to pinpoint their leader's location and apprehend him as soon as possible. This exercise will begin as soon as you are ready. Good luck.
They were faint at best, but I did pick up proto-relic readings during that mission briefing just now.
So, in other words?
In other words, to secure it, you need only lay waste to your simulated enemies.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. Honestly, I find Lakers fans to be such a meme, I don't even really find them annoying. Like, you guys probably haven't seen this, but I know Snacks knows what I'm talking about. The Lakers cheerleaders taking pictures with Lakers fans thing.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking great. Like, I just think of that set of photos every time I think about Lakers fans.
Initiating training mission.
Fiend sighted. Attention all units. Engage the monster threat.
There! Bring it! That was gross.
That's it.
One more shot.
Ready?
Okay.
See ya. Good timing. No, it's now.
Come on.
Gotcha. Let's finish this.
A swarm of fiends have managed to break through the military barricade, requesting backup.
Come on.
Calling fight. It's on now. You're dead.
There. Ha.
Now.
That's it.
Going all out.
Bingo.
You're as good as dead.
See ya.
Burn. Need a
Feel the
light?
heat. Go on.
No escape.
There. Bring it.
God damn it. How did I not dodge that?
This ends here. You're dead. You're mine.
It's likely that this is the leader's last line of defense. He must be close. Don't let him escape.
No need to panic. No big deal. Let me in. You're up.
Let's do this. Let's go.
I'll take care of him. Too much?
Aaron.
Here it comes. All set. Watch yourself.
Time to burn.
Bingo.
Alright, let's see here.
Tifa.
I'm in.
Keep it up. Nothing personal.
There. Come on. That wasn't so bad.
Well, Ryguy, no, they were just hideously ugly. That's what made it funny. They were just, like, hysterically ugly. Okay. Very nice. No problemo.
Their leader is in custody. Damn it all. I'll escort him to HQ. Very good work today, partner.
Mission complete.
Hey,
Excellent
boss,
performance.
check it out.
You'll serve us well. in the
Nutsack
field.
Monday.
The insurgent leader became radicalized against Shinra following an incident roughly 8 years ago.
Yeah, Ryguy, he definitely
He
is.
believes his
And
home
the
was
other
stolen
scenarios
from
are
him.
pretty bad.
There are many
Adam
who
Silver
hold
wants a
grudges against the
Celtics
company,
Mavericks final more than he's
and it
wanted
is our job to remove
anything.
these seeds of trouble before they take root.
Yeah,
This
it's
facility
pretty
will enter
egregious.
power-saving mode.
He wants a Celtics Mavs
Once
final
you've retrieved your
more than he
provisions,
wants the
proceed
gold
to
in
the
my
next location.
tooth fillings.
Yeah.
I've made an
I mean, that being
incredible
said, you know, they still got to play the game, so who knows what's going to happen, but I wouldn't at all be
A
surprised to
proto-relic?
see Minnesota just
While
get
the image is
fucked
still quite unstable, the implication is
by refs.
staggering. The proto-relic has been digitized and stored within the simulation.
Can we get it out?
I mean,
We'll know.
Without more data,
For sure,
I can't
we'll
say for
know.
certain. Let's head to the next facility. I'll continue my analysis there.
What's this crap about removing the seeds of trouble? They really have no idea, do they? It's Shinra's own fault everyone hates them. What goes around comes around. As it should.
I guess, but the problem is that not everyone in Shinra is bad. A lot of them are actually good people.
You call them good people. Well, I call them enablers. They're why Shinra keeps getting away with it.
I mean, I see where you're coming from.
You do, huh? Glad I could be of service.
Oh, I understand that, right guy, but there are like 3 Wolves fans on the entire planet. That's not going to be a well-rated championship. And while Anthony Edwards is obviously getting a lot of hype right now, and I understand that he's going to be really good and all that, I don't know if he's, like, enough of a marketable star yet for them to be able to sell the finals as, you know, his coming out party, like they did with Giannis.
That'll do.
You know, like, Milwaukee's a small market team, but I felt like Giannis was such a super duper star at that time that they were able to make it work pretty well.
Gotcha. It's on now.
One more shot! There!
This ends here.
There!
Now.
Not bad, but not my best.
Who invaded Spain in the 16th century, in the 12th century? The Moors.
We do this fast. Sloppy.
Let's make it hot! Bring it!
You're dead.
Yeah! Bingo!
Now.
Hey! Get him!
You're done. That's that. Gotcha.
Okay. Go on!
That's it. You're dead. Let's go.
Those Muggles. Honestly, what are they like?
Oh, okay, one of these. Cool. I'm hoping... I mean, look, if the Timberwolves want to actually do this, I will fully support it. That would be unique, but...
And can we stop fucking gigacoping thinking that the Timberwolves are going to actually win a championship this year? Like,
I just don't think it's happening. I love the idea, but talk about a, you know, talk about a team that is probably 1 year ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're like the Thunder in 2012. That team got to the finals a little before they were scheduled to do so, and then they got whipped by Miami. They just weren't ready yet. That was actually a pretty close series overall, when you think back on it. I mean, it was a 5-game series, but every single game that Oklahoma City lost was competitive and close.
It was really the first series that we've seen in the NBA where it was 100% decided by outrageous three-point shooting disparity.
Mm-hmm. Mike Miller woke up in that series, right? That was like the first time all year he went off.
I can't remember if he was like struggling in the regular season or not. I know that he killed it in Game 5 to end it, but Battier was insane that series. Like, obviously LeBron was going to win Finals MVP, but Battier was going so apeshit from 3 that he could have snuck out a fucking Finals MVP. And I only say that as how insanely retarded it was that Iggy won Finals MVP in 2015. If the same voters were feeling as insanely retarded as those guys, then yeah, Battier would have got.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been. Because LeBron threw the 2011 series, because it would have ended up being that Wade would have got Finals MVP instead of him, and he didn't want his first ring to be. He didn't want to be Robin. And people were already making it. Wade's Batman. This is his team. Especially Skip Bayless, who I don't know why he was so concerned with what Skip Bayless thought, but he would not stop.
I mean, at that time, a lot of people listened to what Skip Bayless had to say. Like, his opinions actually mattered.
It's definitely valid, but...
And I think we can very safely say that LeBron's a pretty sensitive to criticism kind of guy. He's got pretty thin skin.
Yes. He's a huge bitch. That goes without saying.
Mm-hmm. God damn it.
Do you want to stop?
Well, Austin, what I'm saying is they weren't really ready to make a finals run yet, but they kind of out-talented everybody because, I mean, like, the Spurs were clearly the team that looked like they were just going to run through it in the West, and then the Thunder just kind of... I don't even know how to really describe it. They just out-talented them out of nowhere all of a sudden. It was wild.
You're right. The backdoor sweep came in where all of a sudden, because San Antonio wins their first 2 games at home, and then OKC wins their first 2 games at home. It looks like it's over. Then Game 5's in San Antonio, and the Thunder just... by winning that game, everyone's like, oh shit, I think San Antonio's just deflated here. And then, sure enough, they did it. But Game 5 was when the passing of the torch took place between Manu and Harden.
Yeah, and also in that game series, Game 6, the Spurs ran out to a 20-point lead and then blew it. Like, they had that game won, and then suddenly they just The Thunder out-talented them. Because the Spurs were playing beautiful basketball in that series. Like, the domination they had in Game 1 and Game 2 was out of this world.
Right. And again, that's all about what happened with the Spurs. They bounced back from the humiliation in 2011 to perfecting offense. And they didn't really go anywhere in 2012 because if I remember correctly, I think the 2012 draft is when Kawhi got taken. I'm not 100% sure. It might have been 2011. I can't remember, but Kawhi just needed some more aging, we'll say.
Yeah.
He just needed some more time in the oven.
He had no idea how to shoot threes yet. Also, he learned how to shoot threes. His
shot was absolutely broken in 2012 and 2013. Effect.
I know in college he didn't shoot threes.
Yeah, in the 2011 draft, Kawhi was taken in the 2011 draft. So yeah, his jumper was broke for a long time. Just exceptionally bad. He got there eventually, but it took him a while.
All right. Finally.
You're a lifesaver, Kupo! Thank you so much for gathering all the Mooglets, Kupo! After Mog and Mag established the very first Moogle Emporium way back when, their 7 children went on to open up branches all over the world, Kupo! Oh... I wish my Mooglets would take a page out of their book.
Oh yeah, Kawhi, there's a slightly different timeline where Kawhi becomes one of the best players in NBA history. There was that one year in San Antonio where he put it all together. He was like Kobe with with better defense. And then he just decided he just wants to smoke weed now.
Yeah. He's a pretty worthless person.
You know that movie, A Bronx Tale, the famous line from that movie, the worst thing in life is wasted talent?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Shaq could have been the GOAT if he had decided to really apply himself. Like, Shaq could have been the greatest player in NBA history, but he wasn't really into it like that. He wanted to enjoy life.
That's his mindset of, I got hurt on company time, so I'll heal on company time. That's the entire reason that led to the fucking beef with Kobe. Kobe didn't mind not being the guy. He just wanted Shaq to work hard.
Which seems reasonable. And Shaq did such a good job of making it look like Kobe was the bad guy in that. For a long time, everyone thought that Shaq was just the victim.
Especially in the 2004 finals, because the Pacers played absolutely great. They shouldn't take anything away from... the Pistons. The Pistons played amazingly great. They shouldn't take anything away from how the Pistons played. But the narrative, especially given, what happened, it really seemed like it, for a long time, was that Kobe threw the series to prove a point. because he was trying to win by himself and take Shaq out of it. Now, a lot of that was because they were defending Shaq so well that, they forced Kobe to go at it, but Kobe was also
Good news,
being
Cloud.
defended very
I've
well.
unearthed information
Chauncey
about a
Billups did not
particularly rare
deserve to win
monster.
Finals
Deep
MVP
in the
that
forest lurks
series,
a
but what are you
being
going to do?
so
But,
pardon me. So
yeah,
foul,
the way that it
mention of it
looked,
induces nausea.
it
This
looked like Kobe
noxious
was a
pest
bad
may be
guy, because then in
negatively impacting the
2005 was
biome.
the rape case,
I
so
suggest
a
you
year
expedite
after,
its
it
removal.
looked like Shaq was the victim there because Kobe just fucking ran it down, and threw the series to prove a point. Then a year later is being accused of rape, so now in everyone's mind he's a rapist. But yeah, Shaq big time looked like the fucking victim. Then he gets traded to Miami, and in 2005 he comes in a very close second in MVP, and in 2006 he wins another championship. So yeah, for a long time people thought Kobe was a complete piece of shit, and that Shaq was the victim there.
Mm-hmm. I will say, I'm sure Shaq wouldn't do anything differently if he had a chance to do it over again. But some people will always be a little disappointed.
Yeah, Shaq's a big piece of shit. There's no fucking way he'd have done anything different.
Like, that's one of the things that Phil Jackson told Jordan when he had retired the first time. He was like, it really is a huge waste that you're the best, that you might be the best who ever did this, and you're not going to let your career play out. Like, do you have any idea how much talent you're wasting? I mean, is Jordan really a gambler if he's gambling with money that he doesn't care about? Like, he's making such an absurd amount of money for the rest of his life that the money he's gambling means nothing to him. I really don't think it's any kind of a problem at all. There's a big difference between him doing it and Antoine Walker doing it.
We're in monster territory now.
Velocerus detected nearby. Commencing guidance
Best
protocol.
do it right.
Weak to fire.
Farmers have long employed the Velocerus as a source of agricultural labor. Sadly, beasts' numbers have dwindled over time, and in the chaos following the Gungaga reactor accident, the few remaining Velocerus escaped and went completely feral. Although these herbivores tend to have a rather calm disposition, some have been spotted traveling in herds and attacking other animals. This change is likely due to Mongol exposure, and I suspect it's only one of many abnormal developments. Please exercise caution during your investigation.
All good.
I know you can do this.
Pay attention. Gotcha.
We got this under
No escape.
Now that's the spirit. Just take a deep breath. You can do it.
Won't last long.
Come on. Wow! No! Fight! Let's make it hot! Go on! Your strength knows no bounds!
Burn.
Wow! I almost feel sorry for them.
Of course not, Rye Guy.
Bingo!
What kind of question is that?
Gotcha! There!
Stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Come on! Keep it up!
Calling fire.
I see you haven't completed your objectives for that battle. Well, you're always welcome to make another attempt.
No, I don't want to. I did it. I killed the fucking thing. Leave me alone. Better. Remember, Valentine's Day is a day where girls give chocolates to boys, not boys to boys.
Oh, fuck me, bro.
What?
I got a hair in my mouse at the worst possible time.
Oh,
That hurts.
we've all been there.
Well, still worked out alright for us.
Because in the
Oh, man. Dude, Darkside Phil was like an hour and a half into his stream and had no donos. Or no tips. Finally, somebody gave him... He actually made decent money tonight. I thought tonight might finally be the White Whale. The zero tip stream. There was a good chance. Barely anybody was there. He was playing a game that no one cares about. It was like the perfect storm. But eventually they bailed him out. Michael Beasley wasted talent. Yeah, I remember liking Beasley a lot coming out of college, and I remember Bill Simmons loved him too. They all thought he was going to be some great scorer. So that's probably another good one, yeah.
arrival at objective confirmed. I've disabled the security system. You may use your fake IDs to enter the facility.
You're dead. It's on now. This you're mine now.
This one's for you! Gotcha! Bingo! Go on!
Let's keep it up.
Andrew Bynum was, man, that like year and a half where Andrew Bynum was a top 10 player in the NBA was something else.
Yeah, I still never forget how in the Dwight Howard trade there were people arguing over whether or not the Sixers got more out of that because they landed Bynum out of it.
Yeah.
Confirming personnel data. Beginning
And I don't think he ever played a snap, a second for them.
In your previous
Basically,
mission,
not yeah.
you repelled an insurgent attack and captured the enemy's leader. As a Turk in the field, you must be capable of assessing a situation and making sound judgments. Now then, what should be done with him? Correct. Considering what we know of the situation, it seems unlikely that the insurgents' ultimate objective was the town's occupation. Which leaves us with some questions. Ones only our detainee can answer.
What? Why?
I'll spare you the details. A productive interrogation revealed to us the truth. The attack on Calm was only intended to be a diversion. One which drew us away from their real target, Junon's weapons system. Suffice it to say, their plan worked. Consequently, they have seized control of our autonomous sentry units. Your mission is to neutralize the mechanical threat. Best of luck to you out there.
So their mechs were hijacked and turned against them? Sucks to be them.
Bynum retired at 26 years old. And he still made decent money because I think he got one contract extension.
And prepare for every contingency.
Yeah, they're never caught flat-footed, that's for sure.
Initiating training mission.
Enemy units sighted. They know you're coming. The rest is up to you.
Come on! That hit!
What did the Sixers give up in the Bynum trade to get Bynum? What part did they have that they sent out? It wasn't Iggy, right? Iggy was already gone.
Right. I'll check it out right now. Just a moment.
Buzz off.
Get him! Let's up!
Gotcha. You're up.
4-team trade that was sent Dwight Howard to the Lakers is complete. Source with direct knowledge told the Lakers will receive Howard. The Denver Nuggets will acquire Andre Iguodala. So
Okay,
yeah,
it
that's
was
how Iggy ended up on the Nuggets. And for those who remember,
Finish this.
because it was 11 years ago. That 2013 Nuggets team, because of that Iggy trade, that 2013 Nuggets team took the league by storm. Even though the Heat had the longest winning streak of the season, with the second longest in the history of the NBA, the Nuggets had the second longest winning streak that season. Because of it, George Karl won a long-deserved but never given Coach of the Year award for coaching that year's Nuggets. They were the 3rd seed, and they looked to take the league by storm. They were a young up-and-coming team, and Iggy was fierce on that squad. However, and again, this is for those who know, the Nuggets lost in the first round to the 6th-seeded Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Curry's
And that was
playoff win.
That was the Warriors coming out party, and the reason it happened is because Iggy, who knew he would sign with the Warriors the following season, threw the series.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people talking about that when that happened. It was like people over like Iggy's an inside man. I remember people talking about this.
Yeah, Iggy threw that series to ingratiate himself to the Warriors so that they'd pick him up, and Iggy was instrumental in that Warriors dynasty. In fact, it wasn't until they finally got the chance to bring him back that they would win another one in 2022. After he left, him and Durant both scarpered off. It looked like it was over. Especially when they lost the Raptors. Yeah, Iggy to the Nuggets. The 76ers received Andrew Bynum and Jason Richardson, and the Magic get Aaron Aflalo, Al Harrington, Nikola Vucevic, who's still on the fucking team, and has like multiple franchise records at this point. In fact, I'm a Magic franchise record. Nikola Vucevic is the Orlando Magic record holder, the franchise leader for field goals made, field goal attempts, 2-point field goals, 2-point field goal attempts. You see here. And that's it, just the most field goals. But unless they, for some reason, inexplicably get rid of him, he's almost certain to overcome points leader right now. The all-time points leader is Dwight Howard, and that's because he just had a lot more free throws, obviously, because Vucevic already has more field goals. Yeah, Vucevic isn't even top 10 all-time in the Magic free throw attempts. Dwight Howard is first with 3,366. Tracy McGrady is second with 1,819.
In his case, it was because other teams wanted to foul him, so it wasn't exactly something he was happy about. But yeah,
exactly. Because that's just made free throws that we're talking about here. When you talk about free throw attempts, Dwight Howard 5,727. Second place Shaquille O'Neal 2,936. Third place Nick Anderson 2,376.
Crazy.
Dwight Howard has 3,400 more attempts than Nick Anderson. And Dwight Howard was on the Magic for 8 seasons. Nick Anderson was on the Magic for 10 seasons.
Our superior strength could well prove our undoing. If our enemies succeeded in turning
So 2 more seasons, he had 3,400 less attempts. That's the power of that.
If we fail, we must rectify the situation.
Vucevic is then second place in total rebounds all time. He has 1,700 less than Dwight.
Once you have retrieved your provisions, proceed to the next location.
Third place in blocks, Dwight Howard has 800 more than him. Dwight 44, Vucevic in third place with 550.
My analysis is progressing smoothly, but I
Who's
fear
first?
I require more data to arrive at a conclusion.
Dwight with blocks.
Okay, who's second?
Still not done yet?
Second is Shaq, 824.
But he only played in Orlando for 3 seasons. That's wild, man.
Shaq was it's unironically a good comparison to compare Shaq to Wemby, because they're both insanely talented interior finishers,
simulator.
But most
the
importantly,
universe is
they're both
supposed to be
not
able to
good
do
defenders.
anything, right?
However,
Why
they're
do they need
excellent
more
shot
than one?
blockers.
Yeah.
Wemby probably will win a Defensive Player of the Year when he really doesn't fucking deserve it, but Shaq?
Yeah, I think Shaq made all
thank-
defense second team once.
Yeah, thank God he never made, he never won Defensive Player of the Year because he didn't deserve to. But he was routinely the league shot block leader because, you know. However, his unstoppable season, where he very nearly was unanimous MVP, he came in second in Defensive Player of the Year voting.
Oh, really?
However, in the year 2000, all across the board, the competition was fairly weak. For instance, Kobe Bryant, in the same season, tied for 5th place for Defensive Player of the Year. It went Alonzo Mourning, who got it, and absolutely deserved it. He had 62 first-place votes. Shaq came in second place with 21 first-place votes. Tied for 3rd was Eddie Jones and Dikembe Mutombo. Tied for 5th, Kobe Bryant and Gary Payton. Gary Payton in his final season with the Sonics, I think. No, he still had 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was overall a very weak year. It was a bad draft. Bad, as far as MVP goes. Yeah, Shaq won almost unanimously. KG came in second place. Pretty much every second place vote. Alonzo Mourning came in third. Carmelo in fourth. Tim Duncan fifth. Allen Iverson came in seventh, and the only reason he came in seventh is because of that first place vote that he stole from Shaq. If I remember correctly, the guy who voted for Iverson, denying Shaq, the unanimous MVP, he started the narrative. However, it was such a bad move because he was a Sixers fan. He was from Philly. He forfeited his vote from that year on.
Yeah, you have to make him forfeit his vote at that point. That's ridiculous.
But he did start the narrative of the pound-for-pound crap. Shaq should have repeated his MVP the same way he repeated his finals MVP. But yeah, it's not just horse shit that he won that fucking first place vote. He fucking came in 7th. That first place vote stopped him from finishing in 8th, who should have finished 7th. If he didn't get that first place vote, would have been Grant Hill for the Pistons.
Didn't Carmelo steal one MVP vote from LeBron one year or something?
Yes, in 2013 from a Knicks fan who had a vote, yes. And his narrative was that Carmelo is doing something very impressive with less help. And that guy was also forced to surrender his vote because the playoffs that year, Carmelo Anthony lost a series for the Knicks. The most enduring memory of that series against the Pacers was Carmelo getting blocked.
Mm-hmm.
And that LeBron would go on to be the only guy to ever beat the Spurs with an amazing Finals MVP performance. Yeah, that guy was... Some of these people, and this is the problem with having journalists do it, sometimes they do it specifically so that they can get attention.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that guy did. He was a little known Knicks beat writer, so he did that to get attention, so that he'd basically have a job for life at that point.
Yeah.
And it's horseshit. Anyway. Rookie of the Year was a tie. It's interesting. Elton Brand and Steve Francis.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there were... The only tie that I knew of was the Grant Hill Jason Kidd year. I'm surprised there was another one, actually.
Yeah, Grant Hill and Jason Kidd tied in 95, and Elton Brand and Steve Francis tied in 2000. That 2000 draft was so bad. Rookie of the Year ends up being Mike Miller. Which is kind of funny because Kenyon Martin was like the only NBA ready guy in that draft, and he absolutely should have fucking finished. Black.
I'll never forget Kenyon Martin shooting like 3 for 21 in Game 6 of the finals against the Spurs. It was something like that. It was something bad. Did Snack say Shaq should have three-peated? Yeah.
His MVP, yes.
Yeah, I think in 2002 he might have missed too many games or something. I can't remember now. But I think that's the reason why he wasn't winning in the year Duncan won in 2002. The problem with that is that every time Shaq and Duncan played against each other in a playoff series, Shaq made him look like a little kid.
Yeah. Shaq played 67 games in 2002, which may not sound like many, but that was basically like as many as he played for most of the rest of his career, and he didn't play much more. In 2001, he only played 7 more games, so like it's not the biggest deal in the world. It was a very close vote. I think the reason Tim won it and not Shaq is because Jason Kidd was also having an amazing year. So it's not necessarily voter fatigue because Shaq had received multiple, but we're at the point in history where the league wants to kind of give voters didn't want guys to win multiple MVPs for some reason, and they were also always looking for young up-and-coming guys like, oh yeah, it's his turn now, or some shit. But to show you how dumb the Iverson MVP from the season prior was, this is after making the finals. After making the finals, after being the team that stopped the Lakers from having an undefeated postseason, after winning the MVP, Allen Iverson the following season finishes in 9th place.
And he wasn't that much worse as a player that year, I don't think.
Right, like, it's just fucking unbelievable. So yeah, absolutely pathetic.
Here goes. Tagging out.
Yeah, Shaq got 15 first place votes. Most of the first place votes were just split between Tim and Kidd.
Yeah.
Kobe ended up getting a first place vote, which is wild. But
best player on his team.
For some reason, Gary Payton also got a first place vote. Pretty funny.
One year there should be like an 80-pound NBA player, so somebody can vote for him because pound for pound he's the best.
Yeah, for real.
That'd be
This
funny
is
as
the
hell.
dumbest fucking concept.
Kate Moss
So
should play in the NBA,
insanely
and then somebody vote for her.
Yeah, in 2001, the Lakers were still fucking phenomenal, but Shaq actually finished in 3rd behind Duncan. That is insane. In 2003 was extremely close between Duncan and Garnett.
I thought that was Duncan and Kidd.
Duncan and Kidd in 2002 was close.
Okay.
In 2002, Duncan won by 57 points.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2003, he won by 90. So it was closer between him and Kidd, but Garnett still finished very close. AG was almost unanimous MVP in 2004. Wow. The only other person who got first place votes, Jermaine O'Neal received 2, and Peja Stojakovic got 1.
Who the hell voted for Peja?
That's an excellent question. But, yeah. Out of 123 first place votes total, KG got 120 of them. Tim Duncan finishing in 2nd place with 0 first place votes. That's wild. But Jermaine O'Neal getting 2. That's pretty funny. Voted for Peja Stojakovic. MVP in 2004. They have finished in 4th place that year, which is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see any information on who voted for him.
Maybe it was Ninja. Like, Peja was great that year, but that's wild.
Yeah, Peja finishing with the 1st place votes when 2nd place Tim Duncan got 0. Pretty crazy. So, the Magic got a bunch of picks in that Dwight Howard trade. One of the picks turned into a guy named Romero Osby, who was the 2013 second round selection. He never ended up playing with Orlando.
There are a lot of players like that, though, aren't there?
Then they used another draft pick to get Dario Saric.
He was pretty
But
good.
they elected to... While they drafted him, they traded him. So that they could get the guy picked 2 spots earlier, Alfred Payton.
Oh, wasn't he the guy with the giant turd coming out of his head?
Yes, he was the guy who was famous for having ridiculous hair.
I remember him.
But he was, yeah, he was terrible. This is the website, the Orlando Magic Daily, and they're writing this article. They say every Magic fan knows how the Payton experiment went. He was quick and a solid ball handler, but he could never contribute as a scorer. Payton used his effort to rebound and play strong defense, but he never grew to his expected potential. Furthermore, he was a poor fit beside Victor Oladipo, as they were both developing perimeter threats. But Payton wasn't a good enough ball handler and distributor to be the point guard, so he was basically an undersized shooting guard, and Oladipo was already an undersized shooting guard, so they just weren't working out together. Another draft pick they got was Jared Vanderbilt, but they traded him immediately to Denver in exchange for the 43rd pick, who turned out to be Justin Jackson. Jackson never played a game for the Magic or even played a game in the NBA at all. Whereas Jared Vanderbilt turned into a solid role player who made over $48 million in his career up to this point. By the time the article was written, he'd been paid $48 million.
Let's do this.
Dario Saric ended up being way better than Alfred Payton, so trading, that for that ended up being retarded. Second round pick they got from the Lakers. There was a pick swap, so they never took it. 2017 pick from the Lakers was protected, so the Lakers kept it. Took with any of the picks that they got from the Dwight Howard trade ended up being Wes Iwundu.
Never heard of him.
Very mediocre. Exceptionally mediocre, so yeah. So the only guys who got... Sorry, I was about to say that incorrectly. The correct way to put that is that out of all the draft picks that the Orlando Magic got in the Dwight Howard trade, the only two who ended up playing for the team at all was Alfred Payton and Wes Iwundu. So while getting Vucevic certainly ended up working out well for the Magic in the grand scheme of things, those draft picks were awful, terrible, disastrous. And while Vucevic has gone on to, he's still playing for the Magic, he's definitely a good guy and everything, they're happy with him. He's obviously nowhere near Dwight's level. They've barely even made the playoffs, having him on the squad. And in fact, he's not even the guy anymore as when they actually did make the fucking playoffs this year. They very nearly made the second round, but this is Paolo's team now.
Only Paolos are winning in the 21st century.
Correct. So in the grand scheme of things, to sum all that up, the Dwight Howard trade was a disaster for the Orlando Magic.
And the Lakers. And the Sixers. Wow, that's got to be the worst trade of all time. Nobody's
Yeah,
happy.
as a matter of fact, remember that 2017 pick I was talking about that was protected, so the Lakers kept it.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted a guy named Lonzo Ball. Still on the board, by the way, Jason Tatum. Also still on the board, De'Aaron Fox, Lauri Markkanen, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, Jared Allen, all of whom are better players than Lonzo Ball, obviously, because Lonzo hasn't played for multiple seasons now.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big time. So yeah, you're correct. But while it ended up being the best season that the Nuggets had in the interim between Carmelo and Jokic, the simple fact is that Iggy trade didn't even work out for them either because Iggy threw that series with the Warriors intentionally. So you're correct. That may be the worst trade of all time. There is one thing to consider here, though, in terms of it being a positive for anyone. Actually, two. The first is that Dwight Howard would eventually win a ring with the Lakers. It was just the wrong time.
Yeah.
And the second thing to consider,
trade.
for sure. The second thing to consider here, and is actually what I was going to bring up, is that the failure of Bynum to work out for the Sixers in that big trade is actually what led to Hinkynomics and Trust the Process.
Which
so,
I would argue has not worked out either because the Sixers can barely get past the first round.
Which is true. However, this is still the best and the most consistently competitive that the Sixers have been in ages. Plus, Embiid has at least won an MVP. I think it's the first MVP that the roster's had since
Iverson.
Moses Malone.
Iverson.
Oh, right. My bad.
I mean, to me, Trust the Process ended up not being productive because, forget winning the title, they can't even get close to the title.
Yes, and I completely agree with you there. That was the 7th all-time MVP that the Sixers got, Embiid. However, it's important to remember that this count back in the days when Wilt Chamberlain was winning MVPs. So that, yeah. It's weird because, the Philadelphia Warriors are the team he was first on, which counts as being so that's a 100-point game as the Warriors' record. But he never left. He kept playing for Philadelphia. They just rebranded as the 76ers, and then that's the franchise that holds the 76ers record. But it's still the exact same team that Wilt Chamberlain was always on. It's really weird how they count this. But yeah, he 3 pieces MVP from 1965 to 68. Those all count for the Sixers. Then the 4th Sixers MVP was Dr. J in 1981. The 5th was Moses Malone in 1983. The 6th was Iverson's fraudulent one in 2001, and then 7th, Embiid. So yeah,
also fraudulent.
In that sense, yes, very correct and accurate. But yeah, that is 1,000,000%. It's the most competitive that the Sixers have been for a very long time. It's the most consistent that they've been an actual basketball team for a very long time. And more importantly than anything else, the circus was really fun to watch. When they would constantly draft best player available, so they took I want to say they took 3 centers in a row.
Yeah, they took Okafor.
They took Nerlens Noel, then they took Embiid, and then they took Okafor. just because it was the best player available when they got the pick, and it's like, are you fucking stupid? Because best player available just goes off of retarded narratives, and everyone always obsesses over big man. Plus, if you have like an NBA ready body, it's really easy to dominate as a center in college, even though you don't have NBA ready talent. I feel. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at Hashim Thabit.
Right. Because I mean, like, if you have even a little bit of muscle, and you're at least 6'10", you're gonna fucking dominate in college. Even if your skills are so lackluster that by the time you get out there into the NBA, you're barely G League quality. And it's not even just the way that the game has changed, because everyone kept saying that Okafor was good because he had this amazing post game. And it's like, well, let's sit here and think about it for a second. If he actually had an amazing and unstoppable post game that was as good as advertised, he'd still be in the NBA. It doesn't matter that he can't shoot jumpers, he can't space the floor. If his post game was actually that good and he was, leading the league in field goal percentage, who cares, Because that's the way that the analytics work, is it's like, if you shoot 60% from the field, shooting twos, you're scoring as many points per possession as a guy shooting 40% from three who takes who takes the same amount of shots from three. 5 threes where you hit 2 versus 5 twos where you hit 3 is the same amount of points. So teams look at it as being, if you're a 3-point shooter, you're more valuable because you spread the floor and you create space to dominate defenses. But while generally they want a guy slashing who can drive to the basket to do that, a guy who can pass out, like a Pau Gasol type who has a great low post game and can pass very well in the post is just as good. So if fucking Okafor could do that, he'd still be in the league. Right now, I think he's playing in Mexico. Jaleel Okafor is a Nigerian-American professional basketball player for the Capitanes de Arecibo of the Baloncesto Superior Nacional. They play in Puerto Rico. He's in the Puerto Rican League.
Couldn't even make the Mexican
And he's only...
League.
Exactly, he couldn't cut it in the Mexican League, literally. Because the fucking Mexican League, that's where Hassan Whiteside plays right now. Jaleel Okafor couldn't cut it in the Mexican League against competition like Hassan Whiteside.
Did Hashim Thabit ever wash out at one of those lower level?
I'll check him out in a minute. But Okafor played 2 seasons for the Sixers, then a season for the Nets, then 2 seasons for the Pelicans, then a season for the Pistons. Then that's when he washed out. He went to China first, he hated it there, and he's been in Puerto Rico ever since.
He hated it.
He's only 28, bro. He's only 28.
Wild.
If he was as good as advertised, not only would he still be in the league, but now would be like, if he was actually as good as advertised, he'd be up there competing with like Giannis. That is, oh my god, that is insane. Okay, so Hashim Thabit next. Still alive, good for him. He's only 37. How about that? So, Thabit washed out of the NBA in 2014. He was in the G League. He played for the Grand Rapids Gold. That's the Nuggets G League team. Then he went to the Yokohama B Corsairs, a Japanese team. Came back to the G League for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. And played in the Taiwanese League. Went to China for the Sichuan Blue Whales. Back to Taiwan. And the last team that he played for was a Tanzanian basketball team, which makes sense because he's from Tanzania, so he went home. The team is just known as Kazi, AZI. Yeah, he played for them last year, but I don't know if they're just not, if they haven't played this season yet or what. Beat's still listed on their roster. Oh. Yeah, he's playing in Tanzania. Never ended up in a Latin American league. He just played in China, Taiwan, the G League, and Tanzania.
Absolutely wild. I guess that's the nice thing about being an NBA player. Even when you wash out of the NBA, you can still find some obscure foreign league where you can still make a living.
Yeah.
There's so many branches you can catch on the way down.
As looking at Tabit's pictures in the other places where he's gonna play, like in China, he took that shit really seriously. Like, you look at his body, and he put on way more muscle. Like, he is insanely. He's not just jacked, he's absolutely yoked, man. Like, he's a fucking unit. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, he's got to really suck ass if he can't get it done in the NBA. Because if he's got a body like that, where he could just absolutely bully people. Because he's 7'3", and he looks like about as muscular as Magic Dwight Howard. I'm like, if you've got a body like that, you should absolutely be able to just bully people left, right, and center.
Yeah, it should be
so how bad do you got
the ball, turning around, and dunking it?
So how badly do you gotta suck in terms of just the fundamentals of everything else if you can't even make the G League?
And the fact that he got into shape like that means he cares, so it's really kind of weird.
Right. I'm like, man, is he just like the most uncoordinated fucking guy to ever exist, or what? Because that's hilarious. You always hear pundits, fucking talking heads on ESPN and shit are always going on and on about, oh, well, you know, just the game has changed so much in these days, you know, they just don't have any respect for the big man and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all you gotta do is look at Jokic and realize that if you actually have the ability to dominate, then you still would, regardless of your size. You don't need to shoot threes. Jokic can, but the reason that the Nuggets lost this series, among many other different reasons, is that they ran into the top defense in the league, and that's what really killed the big man, is that defense has evolved a lot. And especially with the way the defense is going out, zone defense really killed post movements because it allows you to have a guy who's not really defending the post, but he's in a position to where he's right there, to where by the time the guy gets the entry pass into the post, he's immediately there to defend. Plus, you already have his man defender who's already on top of him, who's fronting the post. So it's difficult to get the entry pass in there in the first place. And then if you do manage to get there, he's basically getting double teamed as soon as he catches the fucking ball. Hardly anybody plays out of the low post these days because of exactly that reason. Guys only play out of the high post. and position themselves into the low post if they're able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had a guy who could just dominate and obliterate defenses regardless, a guy like a Dwight Howard, not through post moves, but because he was just so athletic and so amazingly good at finishing and such an amazing pick and roll big man that it didn't matter.
Or somebody like a Blake Griffin for a while was able to kind of do that.
Well, Blake Griffin's a wild example because as he got older, he actually developed a three-point shot, and a really good one, too. Mm-hmm. So he stayed in, I think he's still in the league, actually, I'm not sure.
He was last year, I don't know about this year.
I'll check him out when I can. But yeah, he very interesting player.
I don't have Uno.
Alright, I managed to calm down over how much that game upset me, but I really haven't seen a choke like that in a long time. They had no business losing that game.
Yeah, I'm still not thrilled about it either.
They had absolutely no business losing that game. Oh wow, Blake Griffin was on the Celtics roster last season. How about that?
Yeah. I don't think he played very much.
Oh, that'll do it. That answers my question perfectly. Yeah, he signed a one-year deal last year with the Celtics for the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And a month ago, on April 16th, Blake Griffin announced his retirement.
Mm. There you go.
It makes sense. He was battling injuries for a long time.
Okay, we are back. So Blake Griffin picked the wrong year to ring chase, because if he had waited one more year, probably would have gotten it.
No, I was reading up on him, bro. This poor fucking guy. It's the same leg that's just killing him for years.
Mm-hmm.
In that 2016 season, he gets a partially torn right quadriceps. Then the next year, he starts having knee problems because of that quad injury. And then after having knee problems, he gets a minor knee surgery that sidelines him for the 2017 season for a large amount of time. Then the following season, he gets the plantar plate of his right big toe gets injured, and then his right MCL gets sprained the following season. So like, holy shit. While he was looked at as being like easily slam dunk fucking Hall of Famer at the rate he was going, because in that 2016-17 season, the 2016-2017 season, Griffin joins an exclusive club with 9,000 career points, 4,000 rebounds, and 1,500 assists. He became the fastest player to reach that plateau since Larry Bird. Not the youngest, because that'd be LeBron, but in the least amount of time since Larry Bird. That right leg just fucking crapped out on him.
I wonder if he makes the Hall of Fame anyway.
I'm gonna check. Need to see his career accolades. Hall of Fame probability is 54.8%. He's a 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, 3 second-team All-NBA, 2-time third All-Team. Rookie of the Year, which doesn't mean much, but you know it's there. He came in.
Players ever won Rookie of the Year twice in a row.
Yeah. Here's a really impressive one. In 2014, he actually finished third in MVP voting. KD in first, LeBron in second, Blake Griffin third. That's damned impressive. So, being a 6-time All-Star and 5-time All-NBA, he's got a good shot. I'm going to look at his career totals. Let me see
Slam
here.
dunk champion one year.
He has 14,500 career points. 1,700. Sorry, that's turnovers. Oh, he has a very low amount of blocks. Actually, 359. He has 6,100 rebounds and 3,000 career assists. He might make it. That's why he's 54%. If his vote comes up in a very weak year, he might.
I think he gets in. The NBA Hall of Fame lets everybody in eventually. It just might not happen.
Yeah.
Instantly.
You're done.
6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, I think clinches it. Finishing third in MVP voting behind KD and LeBron in 2014. That's pretty big.
I think that was the year Kevin Love was also in the top 5 of MVP voting.
Calling ice.
Spectacular! While that was glorious, I can't give you full marks. Objectives yet remain.
That year, Kevin Love finished 11th.
I think there was one year where he put up monster numbers.
Great job. We've amassed a
And finished top
considerable
5.
amount of data on the fiends within the Gongaga region.
In 2012, he finished in 6th place.
Express my gratitude.
Okay.
My, I must insist that you not put words in my mouth. Oh, but I am grateful, of course.
This is when he gets drafted.
I have made a new combat trial so that you may test your might. A fitting gift, I should think.
Yeah, I think it's just that 2012 season.
Okay.
2013, he didn't even get any votes. 2014, finished in 11th. And of course, he's not going to in 2015 because that's when he ended up in Cleveland to join LeBron's lounge show. So yeah, 6th was the highest he got, but that's still pretty good.
So honestly, if Kevin Love gets in, Blake Griffin should probably get in too.
See here. Love has 700 more points than Blake Griffin. He has way less assists, like 4,000 less.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got 3,300 more rebounds. Kevin Love's a 5-time All-Star and 2-time All-NBA. So you're right. If Kevin Love gets in, Blake Griffin should too. But now here's the real question. If Blake Griffin makes it in, should Kevin Love get into?
Because I do think Love gets in.
Well, yeah, Love has a much higher probability. Blake Griffin's, remember, was 54%. Kevin Love's is 73%.
Yeah, because Love has a ring, probably.
Yeah, that's what does it, because he has 1 less All-Star appearance and 3 less All-NBA appearances. So it can't be based off of statistics, because statistically they're very, very, very close. In terms of accolades, Blake Griffin has more.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing Kevin Love has going for him is that he has that ring. But you're right, Blake Griffin should have stayed on 1 more year. I'm very hungry. I'm trying to decide if it's worth it to go out to Walmart to get some cheap bread, or if I should just stay at home and say, fuck it.
Looks like we found the airstrip.
You don't have any food at home?
Or what's left of it.
Yeah, it's definitely
Not at the moment.
You can say that again. It's more crater than runway.
Are you kidding me? So we came here for nothing?
Maybe not. See that?
Oh, or a public telephone booth, eh? Worth a wee look.
Send up smoke and we'll be right with you, folks. Bronco Airlines. Seriously? Guess
Yeah.
so.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we gotta send up smoke.
Like, with a fire?
Wait, you've never heard of smoke signals? Wow. What do they teach you in Midgar?
Enough.
Well, leave it to someone who knows more than just enough. This is taking too long. But I can speed things up. Come to me, airplane! Follow the smoke! Come to me, airplane! Follow the smoke! Huh? What? Look! Right on cue!
Well, I'll be damned.
Told you I'd speed things up. Over here!
Bravo, sir! Where to, folks?
Oh, nice. Sid.
Cosmo Canyon, please.
You talk? The hell kind of magic trick is this? Not that I ain't seen crazier shit on my travels. Now, how many of you we got? Too many. But the old girl likes a challenge. With hazard pay, I'd say this is fair. And since I don't have much else going on, I'll be here scratching my ass till y'all pony up. Much obliged. Hop on board and sit where I tell you. Gotta make sure my baby's balanced just so. Hold on tight now, you hear? Fall out, you're on your own.
Claws!
Here we go!
I think we're 3 games ahead, Austin. Is it 2.5 or 3?
No shit, kid. Who do you think I am?
I don't know. Who?
President and pilot of Bronco Airlines, Sid Highwind. Pleasure having you aboard.
I must admit, I didn't expect to find a willing participant. You are truly a model soldier, my boy. I'd hold still if I were you. We wouldn't want any complications.
No, Professor.
Since you're so committed, I'm going to give you a special treatment. One that will surely make you into a hero. Once, this would have taken years, but now it takes a mere 18 hours. All thanks to me and my singular genius. I stand at the forefront of science, my brilliance a guiding light. Of course, we pioneers must be ready to do what others are not. Though even I wouldn't dare attempt to improve.
Guardians of what, big country? What are they guarding?
Click that link, by the way. It's replying to a tweet.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I just sent you a tweet. It's quote retweeting something, so I'm saying it won't make sense unless you click on it.
Oh. Alright.
Alright, Cosmo Canyon.
Uh-oh.
What?
Thought maybe planes would be
cool.
okay, but no.
Out in here? Open a window.
Oh.
Hey, Sid.
Yeah?
You not worried about flying around in the open like this? What if Shinra sees us?
Shinra don't own the skies. Shitheads couldn't stop.
Does Castillo
Oh,
pitch
man.
tomorrow?
I hope I can get that government job to be the director of Dank Maymays.
You'd probably be good at it.
That's exactly why they would fire me. I've been training my whole life for this moment.
Even if they tried.
You'd pull a Kramer.
I think you and me are
You'd
gonna
just
get
tweet out
along
one word.
just fine.
We're getting pretty
Full of
close
Kramer.
now.
Wait a minute. What African country did you just say kicked our soldiers out of their country that we're not allowed to use their air bases anymore? What country was it? Oh, there's only one G. You think that makes it okay? All right. Let me get on Twitter real quick.
Okay, folks, we're here. Brought you as far
Miller
as I
seems like a
could.
bad matchup against the Yankees,
Hope y'all
but
don't mind walking, cause now you're on your own.
What about the next time we need a lift?
Send up a signal. Just make sure I got room to land. Happy
yeah,
trails to
that's
ya.
true.
The Veil's this way.
Beautiful. No, I'm stuck. In Jersey, they would have fried his. He really, really, really wants to say the N-word. Nothing. Inch. Oh, okay, here we go. How could he only score 8 points? I give free blowjobs to people who smile at me. Poop my pants and have sex. Have sex.
Bring it!
I got your number.
Weak to wind, which is what I was guessing, actually.
Storm's coming.
Bring it! That's it!
You're mine. All done.
Get him!
Freeze. Sloppy.
Come on! Cool off! There! That's it! This one's for you!
Chill.
Come on!
Gotcha.
Bingo! One more
Freeze.
shot! There!
Going in.
And this one's for you! Safe.
Look! A chocobo ranch!
Alright, here we go.
Shawnee, that you?
Who's Shawnee? One of your chocobos? Did they run away from home?
There you go.
My apologies.
I am certain
I don't
you'll
believe we
enjoy
met.
this one a
I'm
lot.
Kamaria, the owner.
So, Shawnee's your bird?
Goodness, no. Shawnee's my daughter. She's a chocobo jockey, or was till she fell off her mount during a race. Since then, she's completely lost her nerve. Refuses to get back in the saddle.
I see.
Oh. Tell me, you kids any good at riding?
Yeah, we dabble.
Wonderful. In that case, how would you
I like
to
the
use my
beat
training course?
that it uses over and
I
over
had
again.
everything built brand new just for Shawnee.
Yes.
But now it's going to waste. Someone ought to put it to good use, don't you think? And who better than you young go-getters?
Beat.
I don't know.
Ever run a ring course?
People are wearing it to all of
You strap
LeBron's
yourself in
games.
and fly through a series of hoops. I reckon you won't find a course like mine anywhere else.
Whoa! That sounds amazing! You want to try it, right? Imagine how jealous everyone will be.
Sure.
But first, you'll need to catch yourself a chocobo. One that isn't afraid
Oh
of
man.
heights. A fine bird
The
like
new Paper
Ebony ought to do you,
Mario
though.
has a
Go
character
ahead
that
and ride
is
her
a
over
car
to the
park,
training
it looks
course.
like.
Twisting paths and bewildering brushlands.
It's fucking Paper Mario. How did that happen? Oh.
They should all be destroyed.
Yeah, in Jersey, we would have fried his.
I see you too have come to do a little avian investigation. While most chocobos run on land, the birds around here are capable of taking to the skies. Flying on chocoback must be quite the thrill. Needless to say, many hazards await you on the road, so take care.
Yeah, those armies are mostly just flop. Works for me.
If you didn't have X.
What?
That's enough detention for the entire class. Remember that Grok story where Masato got the intern killed and she tried to make it up to everybody by buying them fried chicken? Because Grok got completely confused about what I wanted it to do and it had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
Welcome! Feel free to have a look at our wares. Chocobi for now.
Wait a minute. So, this picture I'm about to send you, is that actually as gross as it feels viscerally? Or is it actually not that bad when trying to think about it? What do you think? Because viscerally, the immediate reaction is just like, oh, that's disgusting, but...
Yes, it is, because there's food in there still.
Yeah, like... I was just trying to think.
If it was during like the closing sequence, there's no food in there, and it's before you cleaned out the fries area, so like you're gonna clean the fries area anyway, but you're just throwing out the mop right now. It's still not something that I think would be advisable, but it's like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, I can kind of let it slide, but since there's still food in there, it's like, oh my god, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
Oh, really? Suarez fell off a cliff?
Holy shit, I forgot how fast that was. He's hauling ass.
Let's finish this. It's over. That'll do.
Nice little workout.
They're nothing. Let's do this. That'll do.
One more shot.
See ya.
I'll take care of you.
Now. You're done.
Moving on then.
Hey, so I've been meaning to ask you something. You said old Sephiroth's come back from the dead, right? And that's a bad thing. So, what I want to know is, how'd he do it? And what's he after?
He wants to save the planet.
But wouldn't that make him a good guy?
It's not what he's doing, but how. He doesn't give a shit if everyone dies in the process.
Sounds like a total nutter. I mean, there's not much point in having a planet if there's no one left to enjoy it, is there?
That said, let's not forget that we still got
I won't lose.
time and time again. Bunch of assholes who won't stop till they blend the planet dry. Shinra. We'll need to leverage these of yours. But if you think about stabbing us in the back, I'm gonna hug and sway you to death. You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Get him! Bet!
Bam! Going in. Enough. This ends here. You're done.
Bingo! Come on!
See ya.
There!
Don't know how I did that.
That'll do.
Get him!
No escape.
Just a little should help.
Gotcha.
That's it!
You're mine.
Gotcha.
No more
This
playing
one's
nice.
for you!
Enough.
Let's keep it up.
Oh, Tom Murphy got hurt again. Well, it's on brand, I guess. I really like Tom Murphy. It's too bad. Just in general, not stay healthy.
Yeah, bingo!
Too bad.
That he dies, okay.
Come on!
Bundle up. Shatter.
There!
That's it.
Get him!
Let's do this. Bundle up.
Bingo! Bring it!
I am a very model of a modern Major General. Like information that is up all in the world. Another incident wins and I quote the fight historical from here on to Waterloo in order categorical.
Got chill. Let's finish this. It's
I think I'm all warmed up.
Honestly, at this point, doesn't Polanco just have to come off the bench? Like, Moore's playing so ridiculously good. How can we mess with this right now?
Where the planet's greatest minds gather.
It's beautiful. More than I ever imagined. Come on, let's pick up the pace. I can hear it calling my name.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the Yankees only got their home run because it's a Little League ballpark, too. Like, that was barely a home run.
Perhaps you would be able to cross if you were riding a sky chocobo.
Canzone almost hit a home run yesterday on a pop fly. Like, Canzone's warning track flew out on what looked like a pop fly. It was pretty wacky.
Hey, guys! It's me! I'm back!
Whoa.
Nanaki? I can't believe it.
What the hell happened to his voice?
It really is you. We were so worried. Oh, come on.
Whoa.
Now, why don't you go pay your respects to fellow Bugenhagen?
Ooh, Bugenhagen.
You can let them through. They're good people. I promise. After all, they're the reason I'm here.
What in the hell was that? Hey guys, it's me. Who?
He's such a softie.
Real quick, gotta check something. An airship dropped these on us this morning. Wanted posters of the terrorists who bombed those reactors.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
Huh. But I think we can say you had nothing to do with all that. Even if Nanaki hadn't vouched for you, it's obvious.
Huh.
Welcome to the sanctum of planetology, Cosmo Canyon.
Rally should play pretty much every game at this point. Like, he's playing so well, I don't think you can keep him off the field against pretty much anybody.
Welcome to Cosmo. Thanks for keeping watch over the village.
Don't believe in that. Okay. Cool.
You see that wanted poster?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Must be that way for a reason.
Gotta keep on our toes.
Talisman infused with the powers of the planet. Buy one of these and the souls of our ancestors.
All of our
Well, having Haniger in right field is a little bit better when you're playing the Yankees, I guess, right? Because there's less right field for him to not be able to cover. Although Canzone made a diving catch today that Haniger never would be able to make in a million years.
Each day we share with our great May the planet.
We're at the Cosmo Canyon, Cloud. A long-standing dream of mine has finally come true. Planetology rejects our Mako-consuming society, insisting that we have much to learn about this world. And now, we have the opportunity to share in their planetary knowledge. I wish you all the best in your ongoing hunt for world intel.
Yeah, Hunt's been killing it, man. We gotta call him up, I think.
Upon the bonfire, the souls that have returned whence they came. Merge with the
Hearken to the wisdom of the planet. It is boundless and infinite.
Julio was really starting to pick up steam, but today he
To the
sucked.
observatory, if you're wondering.
To the wellspring of all truths. That is the beating heart.
I'm afraid I can't let you past.
Dude, I have a sword the size of my body. I could kill you and go past if I wanted to.
Hearken to the wisdom of the planet. The trees from which it sprouts, the birds which nest the torch it causes. This place is divine! I can't believe you got a reservation!
But of course, today's our anniversary. The starlit night is yours. Pleasant dreams, I trust.
You were their star pianist before we...
I told you the person I got to sub for me would manage, didn't I? More importantly, we need to commit to a house. Now, I thought the property we saw the other day was to die for.
Wonder if they have to worry about leaking.
By the boundless grace of the planet. By the boundless grace of the planet. May we enjoy our lives.
Yeah. He really did look a little bit faster when the year started, but he's not. Which is ridiculous. Given that he had nowhere to go but up. He's one of the slowest baseball players ever. Outside of guys like maybe Pablo Sandoval and players like that. And it's so bad.
Dragon featured in local tales.
These... the veins?
Is that SSL? Used to be a soldier. Lots of hand signals. I know the basics. Queen's blood, huh?
Not gonna do this right now. Maybe later.
Ours is the most stored establishment.
So this is the famous cave hotel.
Nice try.
The luminance of materia is the light of the very...
Right. How can I be of service?
Oh, and
Mm-hmm.
please come again.
Luke Raleig's really brought everything together. I'll say that. Like, Luke Raleigh being good has really made everything feel so much better just by himself.
I was born and raised here, in this canyon. I was to become a watcher of the Veil like those before me, until I was taken by Shinra. Now that I'm home and have repaid my debt to you, I plan to serve my village once more. I appreciate all that you've done for me. Thank you.
We're really gonna miss you, Red.
Oh, don't say that. You're only making this harder. I mean, I wish we had more time, but this is my duty.
What the hell is up with his
Suppose it
voice?
was your duty to act the old man.
I wanted you to treat me as an equal, not a dog.
Nana King! Is that you, my boy?
Coming!
So, was that goodbye?
Nah, I'm sure we'll see him around the canyon. The real question is, why'd we come here? To learn the secrets of planetology. Come on.
Can't forget that materia.
As for me... that'll do. I'm gonna steal some shut-eye, if you don't mind.
Then we can see the sights.
Alright guys, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for tonight. We have made it to Cosmo Canyon. I guess we're not in Chapter 10 yet, but this has got to be the place where Chapter 10 kicks in, so we're probably going to get there next time we play. Alright guys, see y'all later.